What's up, everybody? I'm Mckenty. This is my second channel, and this is your home for my Twitch highlights and my podcast. So if you like this and you want to see more of that and you want to join the live streams, there's a link to that in the description of this video. And with that out of the way, we are going to rank the worst subgenres of music. Not just rock and metal, anything is fair game. What we're going to try to do is rank them by 3 criteria. Number 1 is how bad is the music? Number 2 is how bad are the fans? And number 3 is how much do I like it? Because this is my stream and my opinion counts too, god damn it. The way I'm thinking about it here, if something is S tier, it's still bad, but within the realm of bad music, it is the best of the bad. So if something is F tier within this list, it is truly, truly, truly shit. I will start with prog rock, just as an example. I made a whole video about this. No secret how I feel about prog rock. I don't hate it. It's not terrible. I see the shortcomings in prog rock. Let's look at our criteria. Number 1 is how bad is the music? Well, I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's necessarily the best thing in the world, but it's not going to make me upset to listen to some King Crimson or some Yes, some Polyphia, whatever version of prog rock. It's not going to make me upset. Might make me a little bit sleepy or a little bit bored here and there, but it's not going to ruin my day. How annoying are the fans is the second criteria. And I would say on this one, it ranks a little bit higher. They're pretty annoying, or at least they can be. I like the gent kids, even though the people in the gent shit posting group decided that they hate me now for some reason. I don't know why. I've always said nice things about them, but they've decided that they hate me. I don't hate the fans. I really don't. They can be a little bit annoying. They're virgins. That can be annoying, but I don't hate them. And then number 3 is how much do I like it? So this is just the wild card where I get to just arbitrarily say what I think. By that criteria, I would say, I think I'm going to go with A tier. I've heard a lot worse. There's a lot worse fandoms. My overall feelings towards it, I would go with A tier. It's not terrible. What's next? Jam bands. How about that? Yeah, jam bands. What do you even call that? It's like jam music? I don't know. I'm just going to call it jam bands. I don't know if that's the accepted term among the fans, but I'm just going to call it that. For anyone who's not familiar, like Fish is probably the biggest name in this genre, right? God damn it. Look at this. 4 fucking hours. A 4-hour show. This just kind of sounds like yacht rock. Like yacht rock without the hooks. Here's the jamming. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nothing better than 10-minute solos that literally anyone can play. This anthem may heal this nation. Still going. Still going. Still going. Still going. Still going. They've got endurance, if nothing else. Like, this isn't terrible. It's not offensive. This is the kind of music you listen to, like, when you're in line to get some funnel cake at, like, Bite of Seattle, right? This band's playing in the background, and it's, like, you know, August, and you're like, this is cool. It's chill. I've been working really hard lately. I deserve this. And they're clearly very good musicians. But would I ever listen to it? I don't think I would. And the fans, how about this? Here's a good example.
Love them. A little weird, but I love them a lot. But I don't understand them at all, to be honest.
Oh my God, I forgot I still owe on my insurance bill, and like, oh my God, is everything gonna be okay at the hotel?
I was gonna pay my insurance and then I got high.
Like, no, I don't know if you've ever meditated, but.
So, little background there on jam bands for anybody who's interested, who didn't know. I would say the music is worse than prog rock to me, because at least prog rock is somewhat interesting creatively sometimes. Maybe they're not the most interesting songs in the world, but the dudes can fucking play, and there's some cool parts, right? Jam music is just so, I don't know. I feel like you have to be high for it to be palatable. Fans, you know, they can be nice enough, but here's the thing about hippies. Hippies are fake chill and fake nice. With hippies, it's like they're cool to you until they don't get their way, and then they freak out and get pissed off and have the biggest fucking temper tantrums. They act like they're so enlightened and transcendental until you tell them they can't park their Subaru there, and then they fucking have a tantrum. Exactly. Hippies are only nice when they're high on some substance. I think so too. Not a big fan of hippies. I don't like them. Reminds me of my parents and their friends. And my overall thoughts on it is, you know, I don't know. Just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But there's much worse. There's much worse. We're gonna get to worse music than this and worse fans. So I would say C tier. F tier, no. It gets much worse than this. For example, psychobilly. Psychobilly is like the edgy version of rockabilly. Look at this. 3.3 million views. Guarantee you 99% of those are from Europe. This sounds like Ren and Stimpy. You can easily find a pinup GF at a psychobilly show. That's true, but do you really want that? So Jarrett points out psychobilly is huge in Long Beach. There are two places that psychobilly and skate punk and all kinds of other music are popular. Orange County and Europe, or Southern California and Europe, specifically like Long Beach, Orange County, and Europe. That's it. It's the weird overlap of like Southern California generally is very advanced, but in some ways is kind of stuck in like the 80s or something in other ways. So it's bizarre like that. 0 people into psychobilly in Columbus, Ohio, but I have no doubt that if they played Huntington Beach, they would crush it. Yes, Hollywood culture has been stuck in 1988 since 1989. Exactly. Look at these people. This is like one of these combinations, like nerdy yet loser. Like high school dropout, you know, has some terrible dead-end job at 46 years old, yet is also a huge nerd. That's the sad part. Like, at least be a nerd, like a rich nerd, you know, be a software engineer. Yeah, you're a fucking nerd, but you make 300 grand at Amazon. It's all good. When you're a nerd, but you're like the shift supervisor at Hot Topic at 44 years old, that's a bad scene. If you're a psychobilly fan, I think it's time for you to reevaluate the direction that you've chosen to take your life. Take a hard look in the mirror and ask yourself, how did I get here? And what can I do to change course? It's not too late. It's never too late. The music is bad. I would say it's worse than Fish. The fans, also bad. Nice people, but you know what? Nice isn't enough. I can't do it. You guys know how I feel about nerdy shit. Can't do it. I would say it's among the worst. There's got to be something worse out there. I'm going to go with E tier. This is some bad shit. Let's not blame the Misfits for this style. Well, who else should we blame? If it's not the Misfits, who else would it be? Country rap. That's come up a few times. Hick hop is what they call it. And I want to do a whole video about hick hop one of these days because I find it very interesting. I sort of like it in some ways, but most of it's really bad. I know a lot of people are into Jelly Roll. Mini Thin is my idea of real hip hop.
West Virginia, Tennessee, New York City ain't for me. Rednecks, blue collars, find them girls down in the holler. Creek swimming, man, we love our country.
Look at them just in this fucking drainage ditch. This is probably like sewage and runoff from like a fucking farm up the way. This is not this is not like a creek. This is a ditch.
Women, that's right. Path blue ribbon, they don't care. That boy's dipping. Let's go fishing, moonshine sipping.
There's probably a nice river where they are too. Yes. This is a valid point. If these hick hoppers can get hot women to jump into a drainage ditch, what the hell is metalcore doing? That's right. You guys are too busy trying to fuck your guitars in a fucking colored room. What is wrong with you people? Where are the hot women? Well, all right, fair enough. Obama loving city bitch. Cowboy Troy, he's been around forever. Yeah, Cowboy Troy and Big and Rich was like the big one, right? Here we go. It's so bad. There we go. Troy from accounting with the bars. There you go. So you guys just found out about Cowboy Troy on this stream. You're welcome, by the way. Anybody who didn't know about Cowboy Troy before today, I just changed your life. Your life will be divided into 2 eras. The moment before you found out about Cowboy Troy and after. And today is the first day of the rest of your life, thanks to me. So where would we put hip hop? Well, the music is terrible. It's terrible. Let's just be real. It's truly awful. Maybe as bad as psychobilly, maybe even worse. It's terrible. Really bad. The fans, though, they're nice people. I like them. I don't have a bad thing to say. Maybe the mini thin people are a little bit you know, West Virginia country people, that's a whole other ball of wax. Sounds like we got ourselves a liberal. And some of the newer stuff like Jelly Roll and stuff is not bad. Mini Thin is probably not a very nice person. You're right. Objectively worse than jam bands, I would say. The music is worse than jam bands. The fans are better. I'll put it right there. That's where I think. Okay, what's next? Grindcore. Yeah, that's a good one. Grindcore's bad. Okay? I like some of it. What's a good example of grindcore? I'm into the truly, truly like abysmal shit tier grindcore. This is what I'm into. And look at this cover art. It's a toilet bowl full of shit. This is my kind of thing. I'm into this like really vile, like shit tier grind. This is some extremely advanced shit. This band Gut. They did this like rap, this like half like porno grind, half rap album back in 2006. Very advanced. This band is great. This song's about Jenna Hayes. Very sleazy. This old Real True stuff is good.
I hope you make sure we're properly dead before you start.
Yes, it's not a real grind band if your cover art isn't a TOS violation. But here's the thing. I just played you the best of the best. There is an endless amount of just random fucking generic shitty grind. Like thousands and thousands and thousands of random shitty generic grindcore bands. It is not good music. The good stuff is pretty good by the standards of extreme metal, I suppose. But there is so much awful grindcore. It is bad music. And the fans are fucking awful. Grindcore fans fall into a couple groups. Fan base is usually chill nerds on the spectrum working the 4 a.m. gas station shift. There is that. Yes, that is very true. But then there's also the people who collect like porn on VHS and get like real weird. Some real weird people into grindcore. And then there's the crust punks. So I would put grindcore. I put grindcore on the same tier as psychobilly. It's bad. Porn historians. Exactly. Grindcore fans and porn historians are like a lot of overlap there. What's next? What's our next terrible genre? Oh yeah, nintendocore. God, I hate this shit. This shit fucking sucks so bad. God, I hate everything about nintendocore so much. This shit is terrible. Oh, it's so nerdy. It's so nerdy. You people think this is good? They have better songs. I mean, it would be hard to have a worse song than this. This is terrible. I literally don't understand how anybody who isn't like 9 could think that that is decent. I get so many messages from people. Do you like Horse the Band? They're so sweet. Love them. You should make a video about them. This is what you people think is good? Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you that you think this is listenable? This is like the worst shit. This is F tier. The music is just irredeemably bad. Everything about... I'd rather listen to fucking psychobilly. Everything about that is bad. The fans are absolute punishers. I don't even know what to say. Like, if you think that's good, I don't know. It is F tier. The worst of the fucking worst. It's not... I would rather listen to Fish any fucking day of the week than fucking nintendocore. Jesus. Okay, what's next? Shoegaze? Okay, shoegaze is a good one. Shoegaze is definitely not good. What's a good example of shoegaze? My Bloody Valentine? Is there something better than that? So you get the idea. It's this kind of dreamy 90s alternative rock where they play Mustangs and Telecasters and shit with these like kind of ethereal vocals. Can't even understand her. Can't hear anything. No tellies, all Jaguars and Jazzmasters. You're right. You're right. It's true. They don't play Telecasters. Jaguars, Mustangs, and Jazzmasters. You're right. It's true. It's a step up from nintendocore, at least. There's all these newer bands doing this stuff. I don't know if this is considered pure shoegaze-ish. I love this song. I love this song a lot. And look at that. He's got that Jazz Master or whatever it is. In any case, that's shoegaze. What do we think about shoegaze? Musically, it's not the worst. I mean, it's bad. It's boring. It's low energy. It's for betas and cucks. We know that. It's for betas and cucks. It's for people who smoke menthol cigarettes. Music is okay. It's not horrible. The fans are kind of annoying. Definitely nerdy in that kind of like art school sort of way. It's just like it's one of these common career trajectories for people who grow out of listening to punk and hardcore. They start their shoegaze phase. They grow their hair out long and they start wearing Chuck Taylors, getting into like, you know, expensive denim and stuff like that. And, you know, inevitably start their shoegaze side project. It's the way it goes. Thrift store core. Yes. The fans are annoying. Annoying in that Garden State sort of way. I understand Garden State is indie. It's not the same as shoegaze, but you get the point. You know, the music is not awful. The fans are not the worst. Pretty annoying. I'd put it on the B tier. I'd rather listen to prog than shoegaze. I wouldn't be mad if I go to some store in the hipster part of town, some coffee shop, and they're playing shoegaze. I wouldn't be mad at it. Could be worse. So that's all I'd say. B tier. What's next? Crunkcore's a good one. For anybody who doesn't know what crunkcore is, Broken Side would be the typical example people would use, but I'm going to use ... Curve, a little bit of a obscure example. Unregistered hypercam core, yes. This looks like a Walmart. Seen kids horsing around in Evansville, Indiana Walmart. Very wholesome. This is very advanced cringe. Yes, it is. So that would be an example of crunkcore. You know, seen kids doing their like weird screamy rap stuff back in the day. And is it good? I don't think we could say it's good. I don't think we could say that. I've heard worse. Would I rather listen to ... Curve or Broken Side or Psychobilly? I'd probably rather listen to Broken Side. But I wouldn't say that it's fantastic. The fans, I don't know. Are there crunkcore fans? I remember going to see Millionaires and Broken Side at Warped Tour. And it's like 50 like awkward little scene kids standing there, you know, that haven't left the house in 3 months. This is like the first time they went outside. I think that's crunkcore fan base. At least it was back then. I don't think anyone cares about it now. You can't hate those kids. They're just awkward little suburban scene kids. You can't hate on them. Cringy, of course, but nice kids. As some people pointed out in the chat, it ended up being pretty influential in a way. You know, you ask 100 Gex and people like that about their influences, and they're going to mention Broken Side. I would say I'd put them on the same level as jam bands. Fish and ... Curve, I would say that's about the right place for them. Okay, what's next? Oh, it's ska. We got to cover ska. Now, before anybody punishes me about this, of course we all know about two-tone ska. Don't ask me if I know about this. I knew about this stuff 30 years ago, my friends. Look, there's Ryan Bruce. There's Fluff. I think it's so funny how the ska nerds act like this is some sort of obscure knowledge that people don't know about. Look at this. 27 million views. Everybody knows about ska. Like, everyone knows about the specials and fucking madness. Everybody knows about this. I don't hate this song. You know, I've heard a lot worse, but is it great? You know, I don't know that anyone could say this is great. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it. I hate Propagandhi. Propagandhi is horrible. Their fans are the absolute goddamn worst. But this song is pretty funny. I like this song. And of course, No Doubt is great. Here's the problem. Ska has to answer for crimes like this. Explain this, ska fans. I mean, we just listened to this on the Stream of Pain, but this is truly awful. Who could justify the existence of this? Who? And it's not just the music that's bad. It's everything. It's so goddamn nerdy. What is it about like band nerds that in 10th grade, they think it's cool to dress up in a suit and tie? It's like the swag is for boys, class is for men type people. Everyone thought I was a annoying, unlikable nerd before, but if I wear a badly fitting suit and tie and a fedora, then everyone will think I'm cool. The two-tone ska and, you know, Desmond Decker and stuff like that, not horrible. I wouldn't choose to listen to it, but it's fine. So that stuff's decent music. Ska core, like ska punk, is absolutely awful. Like, other than the Boss Tones and a couple Less Than Jake and Goldfinger songs, ska core is horrible. Like, truly, truly awful. And the fans, you know, I used to think that the fans were just like harmless nerds, but it turns out that they are really thin-skinned assholes. They're kind of like black metal fans, actually. I was surprised. Like, people on Twitter called me racist because I didn't like Real Big Fish. True story, it happened. So I would say ska fans are on my shit list. I think ska fans are assholes. And would I rather listen to Fish or Broken Side or Mustard Plug? The answer is Fish and Broken Side. So I'd put it on the D tier. Operation Ivy's great. I love Operation Ivy. What's next? Okay, yeah, doom metal. That's a good one. If you're not familiar with doom, doom is essentially bands that are trying to sound like Black Sabbath. Like, look, it's a goddamn hour long. I like this album too, actually. Where's the vocals? You get the idea. Just playing like Black Sabbath riffs, basically. 30 minutes in is when the vocals start. There we go. I remember when this came out, and it was cool. This is 94, 95, I think. It was cool at the time because the idea of playing slow and doing the Black Sabbath worship thing was a relatively new idea. Not totally new. I mean, like Cathedral and some other bands have been around for a while. But it was a relatively new, fresh idea. But it's 30 years later. 30 years later, it is no longer a fresh new idea. And guess what? Sleep already did this. Are you going to do this better than Sleep did it? No, you're not. And you're also not going to do it better than my personal favorite Doom song, Bewitched, which is hilarious. Doom metal is the angry teen version of jam bands. You're right. Okay, here we go. God, I love this song. This song is fucking great. Doom metal fans don't floss. Doom metal fans don't wipe. You gotta hear the vocals too. I laughed so hard when I first heard this. Here's the thing. I just played you two of the best Doom bands of all time, right? All you Doom fans would agree with me. I played you Candlemass and Sleep. Those are about as good as it gets. It is all downhill from there. 30 years of people doing the same fucking shit. 30 years of people rehashing what Sleep and Candlemass and shit did for 30 goddamn years. It is one of the most like creatively bankrupt genres. And the fans are so goddamn annoying because, as someone in the chat pointed out, Doom and stoner culture are like a perfect overlap. I can't imagine that there's anybody who listens to Doom that doesn't smoke weed like most people breathe. I don't want to be too rude, but just Doom metal fans just can be such losers. You know what I mean? Nice people. You know, they're nice. They're just burnout losers. Yeah, and then when we're talking about bands like I Hate God, it's like, man, now that's just some dark shit. That's beyond stoner culture. That's like drug addict culture. That is sad, really dark shit. Beer obsession, you're right. Yeah, craft beer, beards, weed, you know, I feel like this kind of people that would call food dank or bomb. Can't do it. It's not the worst thing. And the fans are harmless. They're just losers, but they're, you know, they're harmless. They're not so bad. Unless they're like the hardcore junkies, like stealing your catalytic converter or something. So I would put it on the same tier as shoegaze. I do like some Doom, you know, the good stuff. Earth, Sleep, Candlemass. Electric Wizard was good. It's just the legions and legions of derivative shitty bands that really did it for me. And the whole genre in general, there's just not a lot of creativity there. Now, we needed to put something in the S tier of bad music. Butt rock is bad music. And by butt rock, of course, I mean Godsmack, Five Finger Death Punch, Breaking Benjamin. We all know what butt rock is, right? Just in case you doubt the greatness of butt rock, let's listen to this. Everyone's favorite song from the Navy recruiting video. I'd rather listen to butt rock than prog? Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't rather listen to butt rock than prog? I'll tell you who. A virgin. A virgin. That is the answer. A virgin. The kind of person who'd rather listen to prog than butt rock is the kind of person that leaves foot-related comments on Yvette Young's Instagram photos. The kind of person who sends a long, rambling, creepy, weird DM to Sarah Longfeld telling her, you know, how talented she is. And then at the end, he mentions, oh, by the way, I also think you're beautiful, but I just really like your music. Even if you weren't beautiful, I would still love your music, but you are beautiful. And I don't know, I just wanted to tell you that. Please respond. That's the kind of person that would rather listen to prog than butt rock. I don't blame her. It says Sarah Longfeld literally stopped touring for years because of the fan base. I don't fucking blame her. This is bad. I mean, is this great? No. We're talking about shitty genres of music. Of course it's not great. Can't imagine what it must be like to be a woman who wants to make metal, LOL. I don't recommend it. It's gotta be tough. So, where does butt rock go? I would put it in the A tier. Or S tier, rather. Wouldn't be my choice, necessarily, but actually, I lied. There are a few Five Finger Death Punch songs that I listen to on the regular. For example, every Five Finger Death Punch song sounds the same, but this one sounds a little bit better. Love this song. Hell yeah, brother. That's what I have to say. Hell yeah, brother, turn that fucking shit up. Song is so heavy. Five Finger Death Punch has some bangers. I like them. I'm a fan. So for that reason, I would put them on S tier. Music's pretty good. And you know what? Butt rock fans are the only fandom that has never been shitty to me. Butt rock fans are the ultimate in chill. They don't get upset when I make fun of butt rock. Never once. They are chads. They don't give a shit what I think or what anyone else thinks. They're just living their lives being chads. What is next on the list? Midwest emo? Yeah, Midwest emo is a good one. As someone who's actually around for Midwest emo, there's a lot of different things you could mean by Midwest emo. I would say, you know, something like Braid would probably be a good example of that. Noodle riffs, lots of noodle riffs.
Dozen roses in the car, and I don't know where you are.
I saw this band in like 97 or 98, I think. And these days, it means stuff like this. Wheedly wheedly riffs. Is she where? Where's he? Oh, there she is. Here's Yvette. Speaking of Yvette, nobody leave comments about her feet. Don't do it. Don't be a beta orbiter. This band is okay. I'm not a beta orbiter. I'm an alpha white knight. I'll tell you what band I really like in this style. This is my favorite song ever in this style. I fucking love this song. Reminds me of a lot of shows I went to when I was 19. And speaking of Northern California, look at this. Isn't it weird to see this happening in San Francisco? I love this song. But this shit, I mean, it's not horrible. He sounds like the kid from The Simpsons. It's like, I don't know, sir. I can't do a refund without asking my manager. The question is, where does Midwest emo rank? Well, I don't hate the music. I'd rather listen to that stuff than a lot of this shit. The fans kind of suck. Really, like, thin-skinned, angry, butthurt kind of fans. I don't like them. The theory that I have, it's inversely proportional. Like, The amount of social capital the members of any given genre have, the chiller they are. So your social capital and how pleasant it is to interact with any given fandom are inversely proportional. So, for example, butt rock people, you know, they're relatively like popular, you know, relatively normal chads, right? So they're chill. They have IRL social currency. But Midwest emo fans, ska fans, black metal fans, zero social capital. IRL, and they're total fucking assholes. That's kind of how I feel about Midwest emo. But, you know, if I had to listen to something, I guess it's not the worst. I would put it up there with prog rock, I think, on the A tier. That's what I think. What's next? Slam? Okay, fine. We'll do slam. Now, you people may be wondering, what is slam? Slam is a form of death metal characterized by like chunky, heavy, chromatic kind of riffs. This would be an example. Love this song. It's so catchy. Slam and grind are not the same. Not the same at all. This is my personal favorite slam album of all time, and maybe my favorite slam song. I love this. This is perfection to me. This is just pure perfection. This is the shirt I'm wearing in the intro to all my second channel videos. I actually have a slam band, and I'm going to make a new song soon, too. This is my one-person slam band, except for shout out to Rain. She did the vocals. She's a Discord mod, if you see her in there. She did the vocals. Everything else is me. This is my slam band and pedestalment.
You're never going to lose your virginity. You already know that, though. You're just going to die alone, because no one likes people who like metal. I'm excited to make another song or two. Need to get some good features. Some ridiculous features. The drums do sound too good, it's true. And I gotta play this, of course. The ultimate slam. This is the most slam moment of all time. If you haven't seen this video, his fit is unbeatable. Here we go.
Come on. Let me see some hammers.
Let me see some hammers. He's dressed like Ice Cube in Next Friday. Euro metalheads are the most cringe. When people ask me, why do you make fun of Europe so much? Have you seen this fucking video? I mean, based just on this video, I would have license to make fun of Europeans for another, like, 8 years, just based on this video alone. So that's slam. Now, objectively, is slam good music? No, it's terrible. It's awful. But I like it. The fans, you know, it's tough. The slam fans are either very self-aware, cool people. On the other hand, there's the slam fans that are sort of like, you know, the porn historian, VHS collector, you know. So this would be an example of like very self-aware slam fans. Good band too, and cool guys. Shout out to these guys. I've known them for a long time. You get the idea. So if all slam fans and all slam bands were like these guys, I would love it. It'd be great. The music is cool, you know, if you're into, you know, caveman heavy shit. But the fans, a lot of them are just such insufferable fucking nerds now. But I do listen to quite a bit of it. So I am going to put it on the A tier for that reason. Nerds just ruin everything. That's the problem. That's the reason why butt rock is the only thing on the S tier, because it's the only fandom that doesn't have any nerds. I will do another installment of this another time perhaps, but for now, I will call it quits for part 1 of our ranking of bad music genres. And we will do more. We've got many, many, many more genres of awful music that we can talk about another time, but for now, we will leave it at that.